dew out there on the grass, even if it's not actually raining. But you could also have had a brief shower move through that will also keep things a bit wet outside. And then the stormier of the weather will probably be later in the afternoon, more in that 4 p.m. or later time frame as far as those stronger storms. And you'll see this kind of unfold here on our Futurecast. We'll stop things at Saturday evening at around 9 o'clock. These storms that are currently out in West Texas, we'll get a live look at the radar here in a minute, will become even more organized, moving up north up into Dallas. You see that secondary line kind of falling apart, can't hold itself together. That's that boundary that just isn't very strong at this time of the year. We get into Sunday morning, we have again these scattered little pop-up showers and brief downpours, but in the afternoon, notice more intensity with the reds and the oranges. Those are the stronger storms. And here we are at about 5 o'clock in the evening, and you'll see moving right on through Montgomery County and further to the north, those stronger storms. It's trying to stay along that boundary, that line of that weak front. And then even when we get into the evening hours, and into Monday, we keep rain possibilities. So I haven't even really jumped much past Sunday yet, but really the whole week ahead is going to be unsettled with some possibilities of some showers and some storms. So I talked about that severe weather outlook for Sunday. I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. Here's where the severe storms are expected today on Saturday, not impacting us here in southeast Texas. We'll look for those stronger storms, and we're already seeing some of those fire up. So this yellow shaded here is all the counties that have a severe thunderstorm watch. So we're moving into that point now where we're certain that we're going to see some possibility of some of those severe storms. And then now we're seeing the warnings pop up along that boundary as those are beginning to fire up across West Texas. Could even see some flash flooding. We've been talking about severe storms, but flooding possibilities likely for today, but that's going to be up into North Texas and further north into Oklahoma. And here's that current setup where we're seeing things right now. This sort of a dry front, or a dry line that's out ahead of the actual boundary itself. This will all kind of mix together and try to, it's just not very well organized. As this upper level low continues to move to the east, it sort of drags these boundaries in behind it. And that's what's going to really be taking care of giving us an opportunity for those showers and those storms. And it'll really be, again, slowing down, not being organized, kind of falling apart, kind of stalling out. All that happening starting now, really, all the way and through Sunday evening as we watch that begin to unfold. So moving ahead, kind of in the bigger picture, this is where the higher energy will be focused for those severe storms, this yellow shading here, when we look at Sunday, the end of the weekend. That's where the focus is going to be. That upper level moisture, that boundary that's somewhat there, it's going to be bringing the strongest storms to far east Texas and in the northern Louisiana and southern Arkansas. So overall, today, if you've been outside, you've noticed it's been somewhat breezy. The humidity levels are certainly high. We're going to be looking for those showers for sure tomorrow with some isolated places for some storms. And later in the evening, late afternoon, early evening, that's when the stronger of the storms will be happening. So mostly cloudy skies across the Houston area right now. This is our camera over in the Galleria area. South-southeast winds at around 16 miles an hour. Dew points in the 70s, so very humid. Current temperature about 81 degrees. Going to have trouble really warming up a whole lot more from where we are right now with all of the cloud cover that's out there. And a lot of us, all of us, are about 80 to 81 degrees. Sugar Land popping up to about 82 degrees. Same thing in the College Station area, 79 currently for the folks down in Galveston. I want to just jump way ahead to our 6 to 10 day outlook just to kind of give you that idea that we're staying on the warm side of things, even warmer over to our east, but we're going to be looking at temperatures above average. About 80 to 81 degrees is kind of that 30-year seasonal average where we would expect to find today's date. So you'll notice that most of our temperatures are going to be above those numbers, maybe a little bit closer to seasonal when we get into Wednesday, and a lot of that having to do with those higher chances of rain though. So I've been focusing a lot on Sunday, on Easter. That's because there's a lot of outdoor activities that are associated with Easter Sunday. But I do need you to know, as we head back to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not a pattern that we've seen a lot recently, and really even a whole lot this year, in the fact that we've got at least a 40% chance of rain every single day of the 7-day forecast. Most of the time we've just had these little short spouts of some of these rain possibilities. This is really keeping things pretty high all the way through, and just trying to keep that in mind. It's one of those periods where you could go a day or so without seeing any rain where you are, but certainly you could sort of work those showers in to wherever it might find you as well.